sit a little taller, there's a fewer opening in the speaker grills, and if you look really closely, that's a hinge redesign and the 2023 version of Samsung flagship foldables phone sees to the two half.
Hey, this is an old video. Why are you watching that video? Ah, yeah, this is a Google Pixel Fold video, and I'm thinking of buying that. It's very good. Google Pixel? Yeah. Bro, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 has released. You can just buy that. It has the same price range. Yeah, but Google is like, it's having good software and even good cameras. I mean, the Samsung also provides a good camera and even a good software.
No.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So, anyone who wants to buy the Galaxy Z Fold 5, which is the latest foldable of the Samsung, they'll be in the confusion, should I buy the Google Pixel Fold or the Z Fold 5? Because there are so many similarities, especially the price. The Z Fold 5 and the Google Pixel Fold cost $1,800. Both of the phones have similar specialities like the IPX8 water resistance and even the fingerprint scanner, which is there in the power button, and even the 120Hz refresh rate. The Pixel Fold still holds the title for being the heavier foldable, especially as the Z Fold 5 is slightly lighter and smaller than last year's, but its battery proved that unreliable than last year's Z Fold. So for the comparison of these two phones, I have 4 rounds. The first round will be the design and display. When we're checking, this Fold 5 and the Pixel Fold is very different in the design wise. Like when we see the Z Fold 5 is very narrow and very like skinny type, but this Fold 5 is very fat, and we can even use the outside screen for the daily use, and even this Fold 5 we cannot use the outside screen that much than the inner screen. The Samsung Foldables has a tall and skinny 6.2-inch screen on the outside with a portrait-oriented 7.6-inch display on the inside that opens like a book. The inner screen is same size and the aspect ratio as the Pixel Fold's inner screen, but the Pixel is essentially rotated 90 degrees in the landscape orientation when it is folded. Design-wise, I have to give the win to the Pixel Fold because it is very different and we are seeing the same design for a couple of years. So let's go to the performance of these two phones. The Samsung on this side, it is using the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is the latest chipset from the Qualcomm, and the Google Pixel is using the Tensor G2 chipset, which is made by the Google itself. But when we're checking, Google is using the last year's chipset, and this Samsung is using the latest chipset. So you know the clear winner. The Tensor G2 loses to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 and 8 Gen 2 chips in most of the benchmarks and has a tendency to overheat. That doesn't mean that performance on the Google Pixel Fold is bad, because Google optimization does get most out of the Tensor G2 chip can offer. However, on the paper, Samsung is the clear winner here. So that's 1 point to the Samsung and 1 point, and there is already a point for the Google. So next step, let's check on the battery life on these two phones. On one hand, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is having 4400 mAh battery capacity, and the Google Pixel is having 4821 mAh battery capacity. And in the readings, the Google is having higher capacity, and when coming on the charging, Samsung is lacking at this. They are providing 25 watts fast charging, which is not included in the box, and Google is providing 30 watts, which is not included in the box. And on the reading wise, Google is standing up. So that is a win for the Google. As Google is having 2 points, let's check on the cameras. Both Google and Samsung make some best of smartphone cameras, but the system on the Google Z Fold 5 and the Pixel Fold aren't the best. The main camera is 50 megapixel and the ultra wide is 12 megapixel. Telephoto is 10 megapixel. The front is 10 megapixel. The inner is 4 megapixel on the Z Fold 5. By comparison, the Pixel Fold has the best camera system in the foldable, but not by a long shot. The Pixel Fold has a 48 megapixel main sensor, a 10.8 megapixel ultra-wide lens and a 10.8 megapixel telephoto lens. You will find that the selfie camera on the inner screen is much better than that of the Z Fold 5 because it isn't an under-display variant. The massive bezels on the Pixel Fold are big enough to squeeze in an unobstructed selfie camera, but at this point, it is a draw. When checking the scoreboard, the Google is having 3 score and the Samsung is having 2 score. And so the clear winner is the Google, but I cannot resist the Z Fold 5 because they are providing so many features, example the S Pen. By saying that, my name is Saharsh, you can call me SS, and I'll catch you in the next video.